Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about all things second trimester. So let's get into it. All right, so first things first, we're going to start off with cravings. Sorry, don't mind Callie. That's my dog. She's trying to play with the ball right now. But we're going to be talking about all things cravings. So I've been getting a lot of questions throughout my pregnancy, like what are my cravings? What, if I have anything like weird that I like. And honestly, you guys, I can't say that I have anything that's weird or oh my gosh, I need to eat that. But I will say, I think if I did have a craving, it would be cottage cheese. Prior to me getting pregnant, I've tried cottage cheese before and it was okay, but it was something that I was never going to go to the store and pick up. And randomly, one day I was like, you know what? I really want cottage cheese. And ever since that day, I've been on a cottage cheese kick. I will eat that thing out of the jar. It is so good. And I just learned like cottage cheese can be incorporated into so many things like pancakes and like making bread and all those things to add extra protein, which I did not know. I've been eating it out the jar, but honestly, I think like that's just how I like it. I've been doing it with honey and strawberries, and OMG is so good. So I would say definitely cottage cheese, I guess, would be like my craving if I had one. And uh chocolate protein milk, but the I want to say it's Fairlife one. It is so good. I don't know what it is about that milk. It tastes like pure chocolate milk, like when you were a kid. I don't know, it tastes so good. And obviously, I am trying to get more protein intake. So that has been helpful and delicious. So, moving on to symptoms. What symptoms have I been having in the second trimester? So, if you guys go back to my first trimester video, I know I talked a lot about like sciatica pain. Honestly, in the second trimester, it's kind of gone away for a little bit and then it'll come back here and there. But overall, really just like body stiffness, if that's like a thing, but just feeling like not very like flexible. I would say stretching helps so much, and I need to do that even more now. But I will say, obviously, like your body is getting bigger. So I guess, that has to do with your free range of motion being limited. Also, if you can't tell, I'm like out of breath, but that was like since day one. So what's new here? So I would say that. And oh, I will say this. I did hear with other pregnancies um, from friends that they would get cramps in their legs at night during sleep. And I was like, that's weird. I was like, nah, not me. You guys, no. It is so weird. It's such a weird symptom, but yes, like in the middle of the night, you just feel the urge to stretch. And let me tell you, if you stretch your legs too far, I definitely experience calf cramping. I don't remember the term of what it's called when athletes get this, but pretty much like your muscle tenses up and it cramps so hard. I literally saw like just black. It was so painful. And ever since then, I do get the urge to like stretch at night. And I kid you not, I do not point my toes. I am so cognizant of not pointing my toes because that was so painful. But yes, your legs do get cramped at nighttime. And it just feels so stiff. It's so uncomfortable. And honestly, it's really painful. So now when I stretch at night, I'm like super mindful. I'm like, don't point my toes, like make sure my calves are straight. But yes, leg cramping. Honestly, in the bigger picture of things, it's not the worst thing ever, but it is a weird symptom that does happen. So what else? Let's see. Sorry, if you see me looking over here, I'm like, I have my notes so that I can remember because that's another thing. Your brain, you start to lose it. You just do. Like, honestly, it's so hard for me to like remember things now. I need to write everything down. I've always been a person that like writes everything down regardless because I'd be forgetting. But now I literally walk into a room and I'm like, I have no idea what I even came in here to get. So forgetfulness is definitely a thing. But yes, and obviously alongside with your baby growing and your belly growing and all those things, you get the joy to experience baby kicks. And when I tell you, it is the most weird feeling, but so like awesome at the same time. Sometimes she kicks me in my ribs or what feels like my ribs, and it's very uncomfortable, but it is such like a joy. Like I can't even explain it. So many people ask me like what it feels like, and honestly I don't know like what it feels like unless you've experienced this before. Then you'll understand, but like you can't really describe it. I feel like in the beginning it would kind of feel like when you were hungry and your tummy grumbled, but now that she's like full on kicking, I like don't know how to explain that feeling to anyone else, but it's so magical. It's so cute, and she's a very active baby, so I'm interested to see how that will translate into the real world. I'm like, will homegirl be active like this out here all the time? But I will say she's definitely like her dad because her dad is very active. So if she's anything like that out here, Lord help me. But that has been a joy of the second trimester to experience. Moving on, your hair and nail growth, you guys. I wish it was this quick when you're not pregnant. I feel like my hair and my nails grow so much and so fast. Especially, I notice it a lot on my nails. I will cut my nails and literally 2 weeks later, my nails are fully grown. Don't mind them right now because I need to get them done. But they grow so fast, and honestly, that's like really interesting. I guess like all the hormones and things going on in your body, I'm not really sure. Haven't looked into it, but yes, your hair and nails grow so quickly. The second trimester, let's see. Oh, your appetite increases. So I've been like hungrier. I feel like I get hungrier faster. Not necessarily that I need to eat more, but I do get hungrier faster. Like I'll notice like every 2 to 3 hours, or sometimes even less, I'll be like hungry again. But the thing is, with eating bigger portions, I don't know if anyone has experienced this before, like if they're pregnant, but with bigger portions, I won't be able to like finish it. Like I'll eat and then I'm hungry. I mean, and then I'm full, but then later on a couple hours, I'll be hungry again. And I feel like maybe it's because I obviously just don't have enough space in my tummy. Like she's probably taking up all the space, and so my stomach is probably like compressed. So I can only intake certain amount of food at a certain time. Um, maybe I'm assuming that's how it works and that's how it is. But yes, I feel like I have been eating more. Um, see, what did I say? Mom brain. I've been eating faster. I've been eating. Lord help me. I've been having to eat more consecutively um, than I was obviously in my first trimester. I will say, going to sleep, I have started experiencing heartburn slash acid reflux. Not on a terrible level where I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna throw up, or oh my gosh, I need to like take a medicine. But I will say I have experienced it where like your chest just kind of burns like when you go to sleep. And it's been like random because I've tried eating hours before I go to bed and I still experience it. So I know that it's not, oh, because I laid down right after I ate, which I never really do that. So, yes, I will say acid reflux slash like heartburn. I've been experiencing it, but very like mildly, I would say, when I go to sleep. And it's just like uncomfortable, really. Another thing about sleeping, I have noticed I am very restless at night, and I am the type of person that I love to sleep. Like, I will sleep through anything, and I will say during the nighttime, I have been so restless. One, because I'm just like uncomfortable, or my back hurts, or the baby kicks, and then it doesn't startle me, but it just like she kicks me on a certain side and then I want to move, things like that. Also, I feel like it's God's way of preparing mothers to be up like during the night, obviously when the baby comes. So it's been challenging but manageable, you know? So I know I completely forgot to talk about this, but I wanted to quickly say what doctor's appointments look like in the second trimester. Second trimester, I think, yes, you get your anatomy scan, which that was great. You get to see the baby in like full detail, see all their little limbs and organs and all that stuff. And it's so cute. That appointment usually lasts about like an hour. I know some women have to go back depending like how their baby is like rotated and stuff like that. So that appointment is super cute. Great thing to look forward to. And the second major doctor's appointment in your second trimester is your glucose test. So your glucose test pretty much measures the sugar levels in your bloodstream. So pretty much you go in the morning, uh, fasting with like no food. You can just drink water, and then they give you like this very sugary drink, which a lot of people talk about how bad it is. My experience, I didn't think it was bad. Honestly, it tasted like a flat soda and like a very like sweet, sweet, sweet juice. I kind of liked it, not gonna lie. Um, I had like the white one. I feel like it kind of just tastes like a flat Sprite that was like very sugary. It was good, not gonna lie. And then pretty much you wait an hour, and then you get your blood drawn and you get like your results back in like a few days, and they tell you, whether you have gestational diabetes, which is something you can develop during your pregnancy, um or if you're like completely fine. So those are the two major appointments in your second trimester, and then pretty much everything else kind of stays as normal. You go and see your OB every few weeks or so, and then they just make sure that the baby is measuring correctly and just like routine things. Um, and then towards the end of your second trimester, you start scheduling your appointments to be like more consecutively. I think they're like every 2 weeks now, because you're obviously like transitioning into your third trimester. But yes, I just wanted to get on here and say those doctor's appointments for your second trimester, because I know I'm like a big crazy research person when it comes to going to do something that I've never done before. And I just want to, put that information out there, give you a heads up of what to expect, what to look forward to. And last but not least, second trimester. I don't know about you guys. Second trimester. nesting, when they say nesting, into full effect. I am cleaning everything. I'm organizing everything. I've organized my closet, I kid you not, 3 different times. 3 times. Why? Don't know. I will probably reorganize it again before the baby comes. But I don't know, you guys. You just get like a burst of energy like randomly throughout the day, and you're just like, yep, I need to deep clean my oven because the baby is going to go and use the oven herself. It's so weird, but honestly I love any excuse to organize and clean. So I've been enjoying it, but I will say sometimes it's very taxing, and I like wind myself out. So sometimes I just need to chillax and chill and just take it slow and one thing at a time, because I'm the type of person that I'm like, I need to finish this task today. And honestly, I will say pregnancy has taught me to slow down and take a step, because my body physically like cannot. I will get so tired, excuse me, so out of breath, like it's just insane. But yes, nesting is into full effect, assembling, the crib and all that stuff. And shout out to my hubby, because he really has like pulled it through, and he's the one that like assembles all these things. So shout out to him for that. I will say the second trimester, my whole pregnancy, honestly, not gonna lie, has been a good experience. I haven't had um any like bad experiences or symptoms other than your normal like body aches, back pain, stuff like that. But I feel like that's to be expected, and I'm just like very thankful and grateful that this has been my experience, because I know this is not the experience of others. And also I want to just encourage any woman out there that is having a positive pregnancy experience, to not feel bad about it, because I know there's like so much um just worrisome content on the internet about not having a good pregnancy experience, and it's okay to completely have a normal pregnancy experience, and you should be glad in that. And I'm honestly kind of talking to myself in retrospect, because I did feel maybe like a little bit guilty when people would ask me like how it was going, and I had like nothing bad to report, which looking at it now, like that's so silly to say or to think, but it's true. I feel like there's so much information and content out there that makes you think that pregnancy is such a bad thing, and honestly in my experience it really isn't. And if you're having a great pregnancy, then great, like you should share that and like be in that joy, and it truly is like a precious gift from God. So I am very thankful that I've been having a good experience. My second trimester, honestly, I can just continue to say the same. It's been really good, and I've had a lot more energy than I did in the first trimester. So I've been appreciating that. And yeah, you guys, that has been my symptoms, cravings, and just all things second trimester. And I will see you guys in the next video.